Oh yeah, let's learn English with Will Smith in the new Aladdin movie. So we are going to take a look at behind the scenes interviews, clips from the movie, and even an interview with Will Smith on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. You're going to get a ton of the vocabulary that you need to be able to go and watch the movie in English and understand. And if you are new here, we help learners like you every single week to learn to understand fast-speaking natives without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles. So if you want to be able to do that too, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell down below to not miss a single one of our new lessons. Now let's head over to the wonderful land of Aladdin.
O great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3.
You look like a prince on the outside, but I didn't change anything on the inside. Showtime.
No, I'm in charge, okay? I say when it's time.
Since you're watching this, you probably know the story. When Aladdin rubs the lamp, the genie emerges out of it to grant him 3 wishes.
Why? 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
When the genie first appears in the movie, he makes a little speech. Let's take a look at what he says.
O great one who summons me, I stand by my oath.
To summon someone means to order someone to be present. We can use this word when talking about paranormal beings like a ghost, demon, spirit, or a fantasy being.
I'm still stuck on the fact that we're trying to summon a ghost named Candy.
This can also mean to order somebody to appear in court. This is the use you can see in this Game of Thrones clip.
Inform Tywin Lannister that he has been summoned to court to answer for the crimes of his bannermen.
The genie then says, I stand by my oath. An oath is a formal and very serious promise.
Once you've sworn an oath to the Dutchman, there's no leaving it. Not until your debt is paid.
I've sworn no oath.
If you swear an oath, then you're supposed to stand by said oath. Stand by in this case means to keep your promise.
I promise you could accompany me, and I stand by that promise.
The genie's oath is that he must grant the possessor of the lamp 3 wishes, even if the lamp falls into the hands of a villain.
You look like a prince on the outside, but I didn't change anything on the inside. I didn't change anything. I didn't change anything. I didn't change anything on the inside.
On the outside refers to the way a person looks, and, in contrast, on the inside refers to that person's character, values, etc. How he or she is as a person, rather than how he or she looks.
Look, I care about you a lot, but we are very different people.
Are you breaking up with me?
No, I'm just pointing out that you're dark on the inside and I'm dark on the outside.
Showtime.
No, I'm in charge, okay? I say when it's time.
We say it's showtime, or just showtime, literally when it's time for a play or performance to begin. However, here we hear it used figuratively to show that something exciting is about to happen. In this case, the exciting thing is that the genie is expecting Aladdin to approach the princess and confess his love for her. Aladdin does the total opposite of showing that level of enthusiasm. He says, no, I'm in charge, I say when it's time. To be in charge means that you are the boss.
Sheldon, you're not in charge. It's my idea, I'm in charge.
We're now going to watch some behind the scenes footage and commentary from the actors who played the main characters in Aladdin.
This live-action Aladdin took my breath away. Growing up with this character, and I always remember Jasmine as strong and knows her own mind. When I think of when I was a little girl, she was the character I would always play because I could relate in some way. What we're trying to do is reimagine with a modern twist to it.
What Naomi has done with Jasmine is powerful and really unique.
She brings that sense of empowerment to the character.
As a character that you know, but it's a refreshing incarnation.
Princess Jasmine wants the best for Agrabah, and what's best for them is if she leads. But rather than say that she wanted to lead, she shows the skills and the qualities of a leader.
She has big aspirations, and she sees a future that's greater for the kingdom and the city of Agrabah.
The story is a progression of how she finally speaks out and becomes the leader that she's destined to be. This live-action Aladdin took my breath away.
A live action is a movie with real actors, as opposed to a cartoon or animated movie. She says the movie took her breath away. This is a great way of saying that something is extremely beautiful or surprising.
Did I take your breath away?
Absolutely.
You can also use the expression in an adjective form, saying something is breathtaking. Pay attention to the differences in the following examples. The views will take your breath away. The views are breathtaking. This is also a very famous song I'm sure you've heard at some point. In this song, the phrase is used to describe
When I think of when I was a little girl, she was the character I would always play because I could relate in some way.
If you can relate to someone else, it means that you can understand his or her problems, situation, etc. You can understand how that person feels because you felt the same at some point in the past.
All right, Dr. Kuthapali, it's been nice talking to you, but I need to go home and relieve my babysitter.
I can relate to being a single parent. I have a dog.
Usually we say the phrase, I can relate to that, to show sympathy for someone. Example, I can relate to that, I also have a difficult job. Don't confuse this when we say related to someone. If you're related to someone, it means that that person is your relative, that is, a member of your family. Example, are you related to him? Yeah, he's my cousin.
What we're trying to do is reimagine with a modern twist to it.
A twist is a slight modification of something so that it has a new look or feel. For example, as you'll see later in the video, Will Smith talks about this. The part of the genie was masterfully played by Robin Williams in the 90s. You can say that Will Smith gave his own personal twist to the character. Also, in a movie, a twist is a sudden change in the story.
Oh, I can't wait to see that movie. Is it good?
Awesome. Wait, totally hypothetically, do you like movies with a shocking twist where all the main characters die at the end?
Yes.
You will love this movie.
Hey, what Naomi has done with Jasmine is powerful and really unique.
She brings that sense of empowerment to the character.
Unique means unusually good and special. Naomi's twist on the princess is, as Will describes it, a sense of empowerment. To empower someone is to give them the power to do something, to give someone more control over their own life or situation.
Rachel, you have to read this book. It's called Be Your Own Windkeeper. It's about how women need to become more empowered.
My compass is unique.
Unique here having the meaning of broken.
True enough, this compass does not point north.
Where does it point?
It points to the thing you want most in this world.
As a character that you know, but it's a refreshing incarnation.
An incarnation is the embodiment of a spirit, deity, or character. So, in this case, the incarnation is the physical realization of the imaginary character, Jasmine, in the real world. He defines this new character as refreshing, which means new in a very positive way. We often say something is refreshing when it brings a pleasing change to something. So what he means is that Naomi played Jasmine in such a way that now the character feels completely different.
I gotta tell you, it's refreshing talking to someone like you for a change.
Someone like me.
Yeah, someone who doesn't take himself too seriously and who's not constantly trying to impress me with how much stuff he's got.
But rather than say that she wanted to lead, she shows the skills and the qualities of a leader.
We use this construction to indicate that something is not true and that something else is. Example, I'll choose to listen to your actions rather than your words.
He understood that sometimes we must work with our rivals rather than destroy them.
The story is a progression of how she finally speaks out and becomes the leader that she's destined to be.
To speak out means to give your opinion about something in public, especially in order to protest against or defend something. Example, activists speak out against injustice. A group of parents spoke out against bullying in the school. In the movie, Jasmine speaks about injustice, particularly the fact that a woman can't rule the city. On the other hand, if we say that someone is destined to be or do something, it means that it's very likely that what we're saying will happen to that person in the future. Example, her parents are both doctors. I think that's also what she's destined to be. He was always destined to be the star that he is today. Don't you just love when you can understand natives like in this lesson? Well, we have helped thousands of learners just like you learn to understand fast-speaking natives with our Fluent with Friends course. You can get a free taste of this right now by signing up for our 3-part mini course. So if you want to be able to understand fast-speaking natives, I highly recommend that you check that out by clicking up here or down in the description below.
What do you make it? Take one.
One of the things that I love about Aladdin is that it's a fairy tale story in another part of the world, in this world of Agrabah.
We shot out in Jordan, a place called Wadi Rum. You can just feel the history in the sand. I think it adds a level of reality. Aladdin!
Are we in trouble?
Only if you get caught.
Aladdin!
One of the things that I love about Aladdin. One of the things that I love about Aladdin. One of the things that I love about Aladdin. One of the things that I love about Aladdin is that it's a fairy tale story in another part of the world.
A fairy tale is a story for children about magical creatures, like Little Red Riding Hood or Cinderella. Aladdin is also a fairy tale.
We shot out in Jordan, a place called Wadi Rum.
To shoot means to film or photograph. Example, The Lord of the Rings was shot in New Zealand.
Are we in trouble?
Only if you get caught.
Aladdin!
To be in trouble means to be in a problematic situation.
Papa, what are they doing to him? He's in trouble.
To get caught means for someone, especially an authority figure, to see you breaking a rule or law. Example, his parents caught him smoking. It can even more literally suggest to become a prisoner of someone or to be unable to escape because someone's holding you. In this scene, people are trying to catch Aladdin and Jasmine because they did something wrong.
All I'm saying is, if you leave this place, you will get caught.
You know, stepping onto set the first time, it was insane when you see they actually built this whole city.
It really was magical. You could genuinely get lost in the streets.
It's just so visually stunning. And the palace and Jasmine's room,
The throne room just took my breath away.
From the costumes to the sets, it was unlike anything I've ever seen.
I'm excited to sit in an audience to see it because everyone really doubled and tripled down on getting it right.
You know, stepping onto set the first time, it was insane when you see they actually built this whole city.
To step onto a place means that your feet touch the ground or floor of a particular location. Example, I've been to the Camp Nou dozens of times, but today was the first time I actually stepped onto the field. Insane means crazy, and it is used as slang to describe something unbelievable.
Just give us the cheapest room you have.
Well, unfortunately, the only thing we have available is our deluxe suite. The rate is $600.
That's insane.
It was totally insane.
You can also say this as insanely to intensify the meaning of an adjective.
You know, the first 2 years we were together, we were insanely romantic. Then it became about parenting and working.
Okay, those strippers were insanely hot, and I couldn't picture myself with any of them.
Here, Mina is describing how he felt when he stepped onto set for the first time. The set is the place where a movie is filmed.
You could genuinely get lost in the streets.
Generally means honestly or in a real, sincere way.
Thank you.
that is so sweet. No, I mean it. There are so few genuinely nice guys out there.
It can also be used to emphasize something, like really, but stronger. Example, that was genuinely the best cake I've ever had.
It's just so visually stunning.
Stunning is similar to breathtaking. we use it to refer to something that's very impressive or beautiful. Example, the hotel room has a stunning view of the city. Stunning also means extremely attractive. We use this sense of the word to describe someone's clothes or their physical appearance.
Elizabeth, you look absolutely stunning.
Monica, I can't get over how great you look. You look stunning.
You look incredible too. You're so fit.
I'm watching the game, but I'm not deaf.
From the costumes to the sets, it was unlike anything I've ever seen.
We can use the preposition from and to indicate that there's a list of things that make something special. Example, from the service to the food, and from the attention to detail to the decoration, this is generally the best restaurant I've ever been to. Unlike anything I had ever seen is a collocation that is used to describe something that is extremely impressive. Example, the show was unlike anything we'd ever seen before.
I'm excited to sit in an audience to see it because everyone really doubled and tripled down on getting it right.
To double down on something means to increase your efforts or determination to achieve something. Example, I need to double down and focus on studying for tomorrow's exam. The producers of Aladdin doubled down on making this movie as impressive as possible. Will also exaggerates this by saying they tripled down. And to get it right means, in a broad sense, to do something well. In the specific case of this movie, to get it right, they made everything as real and impressive as possible, and they achieved that by putting a lot of effort into the costumes, the sets, shooting it in a real desert location in Jordan, and they also had cultural advisors to represent Arab culture as closely as possible. In the following clip from the Jimmy Kimmel Live, Will Smith describes some of his experience playing the genie.
I was terrified getting that first call. Because, as a performer, you want to go and you want to do things. I just heard you were talking about the All in the Family,
Yeah.
And it's like when you go into something that someone has already really given an iconic performance, it can be scary, So I was thinking about that with the Robin Williams.
Yeah, there's no topping Robin Williams.
Yeah, right. It's like he didn't leave a lot of room to take it up a notch. But
boy, you did a great job. You really did, and people will see that. I'm not just saying.
Hey, do you find Jimmy Kimmel funny? Well, we have done a few lessons already with other interviews with Jimmy Kimmel. You can check out all of those in this new playlist by clicking up here or down in the description below.
As a performer, you want to go and you want to do things. I just heard you were talking about the All in the Family.
A performer is a person who entertains people by acting, singing, dancing, or playing music. While many people in Hollywood are actors, such a title would do little justice to Will because he has countless skills such as dancing, singing, rapping, comedy, and more.
And it's like when you go into something that someone has already really given an iconic performance, it can be scary.
Here, Will uses the expression to go into something with the meaning of to get involved in something. Example, I went into music when I came to the realization that an office job made me miserable. Will describes Robin Williams' performance giving voice to the animated version of the genie as iconic. Something that's considered iconic is excellent and admired by many people. In Bohemian Rhapsody, they did a great job of recreating the iconic performance by Freddie Mercury at Live Aid.
Yeah, there's no topping Robin Williams.
Yeah, right. It's like he didn't leave a lot of room to take it up a notch. But
top is used as a verb here, and it means to do something better. Example, Michael Phelps won 15 gold medals at the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. I wonder if anyone will ever be able to top that. There's no topping this bakery's red velvet cake.
He didn't leave a lot of room to take it up a notch.
Room for improvement is a common, polite collocation that is used to say that something is not perfect and can be improved. Example, the teacher told me that my daughter's English grades aren't bad, but that there's still room for improvement. Finally, to take it up a notch means to make something that's already good even better. Of course, Will is saying that Robin Williams' performance did not leave room for improvement, or in other words, it was perfect, and therefore it would be a real challenge for him to improve it.
I tell you what, let's kick it up a notch.
But listen, what do you say we crank it up a notch?
Alright, great job putting in all that hard work today. Now it's time to go out there and put to use what you learned by watching the movie Aladdin in English. And be sure to support our channel by hitting that like button and the subscribe button below. Also, check out that free 3-part mini course that I told you about for your English fluency. Check out this playlist of lessons teaching you English with interviews, as well as this other lesson I think you'll really enjoy. Now it's time to go beyond the classroom and live your English. Aw yeah!